Hey y'all, welcome back to Lisa's Food Addiction. If you're new to my channel, I am Lisa, your new favorite foodie. And in today's video, you guys, we are making homemade lasagna, honey. That's super cheesy and filled with flavor, y'all. I love me a good lasagna for a quick, easy meal, and I know you guys are gonna love this recipe too, okay? Before we get to the good stuff, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to join our growing foodie family and to see more bomb recipes just like this. And without further ado, baby, let's get into this lasagna. Okay, foodies, to get started on this recipe, we're going to grab the two ingredients we southern and country cooks love, y'all: bell peppers and onions. Okay, if you know anybody down south, we love to throw a bell pepper and an onion in a recipe. All right, and today we're going to be using a green and red bell pepper just to add some flavor to our lasagna. Don't forget, you guys, everything you need, ingredients, measurements, cookware, will all be in the description box below. Don't forget to check that out. Grab a knife and we are going to chop these bell peppers and onions up, and child, them onions was getting to me. It had me crying like Miss Celie, okay? Once we chop and dice and chop our bell peppies, add them in a bowl with our minced onion. Then we're gonna grab some garlic cloves and grate those right in there, child. I don't know which one did me the dirtiest, the onion or the garlic, cause baby, the way that garlic was smelling, you would think I was up in there fighting vampires, okay? But yeah, we got 4 cloves of that garlic and we grated it into our bowl. Now we're gonna grab a big old pot like so and get started on our meat sauce. For our meat sauce, we're gonna be using 2 different types of meat. Some of y'all like 2 meats, but that ain't none of my business, okay? We are using ground beef and ground pork sausage. We all in the community, okay? We got our beef, we got our pork. This is an inclusive lasagna, y'all. To our pot, we are adding 2 tablespoons of oil. Put a little oil in that pot, baby. Add in your ground beef and ground pork sausage, and we're going to place this over medium-high heat and let this cook for 14 to 15 minutes. Now, before y'all get all rowdy, no, we did not season this, not yet. Anyway, come on now. Y'all know I don't back down when it comes to some flavor, okay? But quick tip, we're going to season it midway during the cooking process because we don't want to lose all of our flavors in the grease that will cook out of the meat. So we're going to cook this 14 to 15 minutes medium-high. Drain it. See all that fat and grease right there? Yep, we're going to drain all of that off of our meat. Then we're going to hit it with our seasoning. And we did add our bell peppers and onions into the pot with the ground beef and sausage to cook down. After about 15 minutes, it'll look like this. Drain that bad boy and we're going to season for your life, okay? We went in with onion and garlic powder, Italian seasoning, some oregano, some basil, salt and pepper, and you can use fresh herbs. This is just what I had in my pantry, the dried herbs, and it still came out bomb, okay? Once our meat mixture is seasoned down, honey, place it back over medium-high and cook for an additional 8 to 10 minutes or until all of the meat has browned and is fully cooked. Now, grab your sauce. We're using Ragu Chunky Garden Sauce. This is the best sauce for lasagna, spaghetti, you name it. Argue with your mama, not me, okay? We have 2 of them Ragu bottles, and we're going to add this right into our pot, and we're going to act like my pot ain't too little, but it's all right. Mix everything together, and we're just going to season this again since we added our sauce, and trust me, y'all, the flavors are balanced perfectly, okay? When making lasagna or anything with a lot of sauce, you got to season twice to make sure that flavor is there. Think of it as a singing group, y'all. We went in with our Kelly and Michelle, and now we're about to add Beyonce, okay? Mix that up, and we're gonna add in just a little bit of white sugar and brown sugar. Y'all know I keep my sugars biracial. This sauce is not sweet at all. This sugar will just balance all of the acidity from the tomatoes. Lastly, hit this with some salt, and we're gonna keep mixing until everything is together. What Bernie Mac said, we're gonna do it together, okay? Until everything is combined. Grab a mixing bowl and we're gonna make our ricotta layer. So let's get into this, y'all. I like to add sour cream to my ricotta for lasagna, okay? There, I said it. The flavors mesh together perfectly and gives that sense of, ooh, what is that? It's some extra in there. That's why I love to add sour cream along with the ricotta cheese. Trust me, it is the bomb. Y'all will not make your lasagna any other way after you try this, I'm telling you. So, like I said, guys, we're using sour cream and ricotta cheese for this. Add those into a bowl along with some eggs, and the eggs, y'all, are just going to keep our ricotta layer intact, okay? We want this layer to show up just like the meat sauce, just like the noodles. I feel like the ricotta cheese always gets lost in lasagna, and I don't too much like that. We want to make sure that ricotta layer stays intact, and the eggs is going to give us that much needed texture. Go ahead and beat those eggs, baby, and set those off to the side. We're going to season our ricotta mixture. Of course, y'all know we got to spike her up, okay? Make it real good and full of flavor. So to this, we're adding the same seasoning we used for our meat sauce. We got that basil, Italian seasoning, oregano, onion and garlic powder, a little bit of sugar just for balance, y'all. You barely even taste it, okay? And salt and pepper. Once we have all of those seasonings in, we're going to add in the egg mixture. And keep in mind, the eggs will decrease the seasoning a bit that you put in there. So if you think it's too much, no, but it ain't. Once we add those eggs, it's going to be right on point. Lastly, we're adding in some shredded mozzarella, and just like that, baby, we are done with our ricotta mixture. We're going to set that off to the side and shred our cheese. We have medium cheddar, sharp cheddar, and mozzarella. To me, these are the best cheeses to mix together for lasagna. And y'all, side note, use fresh cheese, okay? Let's not argue about it. Grate your own cheese instead of using packaged shredded cheese. The flavors and texture hits way better when it's fresh, okay? So once we have our cheese grated, it'll look just like this. I love the look of freshly grated cheese, y'all. Mix those together, and we're going to grab our baking dish. I am using a 10 by 14 baking dish for this lasagna. We're going to start off with adding some of that meat sauce in the pan, and we're taking a shortcut, honey. Y'all know we love quick and easy, okay? We're using these oven ready lasagna noodles. There's no boiling required. I love these noodles. It makes everything super easy. So we have our noodles in, then we're going to add on a good heaping of that meat sauce, y'all. As our next layer, go ahead and spread that out really good, get it nice and even like so. Then we're going to add another layer of noodles, and feel free to break up some of the noodles like I'm doing here, just to fit in the corners and the creases to make sure it's fully covered, okay? Do not be shy with the noodles, y'all. Next layer is that ricotta mixture. Add that in just like so, baby. Add some of that grated cheese on top. And we're going to repeat this layering process until we get to the top of our pan. Make sure you reserve some meat sauce and grated cheese for the top of your lasagna. We're going to heat our oven up to 375 degrees. This is what the lasagna looks like. All of our layers are done. I sprinkled a little bit of Italian seasoning on top. Go ahead and grab a piece of foil, and I just sprayed mine lightly so it doesn't stick to the cheese while it's baking. We're going to bake this 375 for 50 minutes covered, and then we're going to take the foil off and bake for an additional 10 minutes. And when it comes out of the oven, you guys, it will look just like this right here, okay? Cheesy, meaty, and so good. We're gonna let this sit for at least 10 minutes, and then, baby, go ahead and grab you a plate and cut a slice of this delicious homemade lasagna. This right here is so flavorful, y'all, from the herbs, the pork sausage, and the ground beef. We have the 3 different cheeses that we used. I'm telling you, this right here was made with love, you guys. Please give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up so I know that you are watching and enjoying this recipe. If you want to cook with us, it's easy, y'all. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to join our growing foodie family. And don't forget to come back and cook with your girl. And I will talk to you foodies in my next video. Bye, y'all.